So I heard this guy Baxate, he's like a genius or whatever. He's like a multi-billionaire. Definitely didn't use daddy's money or anything to get where he's at. Let's just see what he has to say about the economic and cultural aspect of the world right now.
Its
Politics,
first.
wealth, and taxes.
And with America being the most unaffordable it's ever been, and wealth inequality being the highest it's ever been, this unsurprisingly generated a lot of discussion. And here's what I believe to be the only logical take. And that's that two things can be true at the same time.
Okay, so the only logical take, i.e., your only take is the only logical take, that's the first contradicting right there, because there can be many logical takes. Because literally what you just said after is that someone can hold two contradicting beliefs and that to be true. So in order for that to happen, you can't have the only logical idea in the world, buddy. So you already contradicted yourself in one sentence. So we already know what you said is already bullshit, but we're just gonna continue letting you talk because you like talking crap out of your mouth.
People defending Elon Musk and other billionaires will say things like, well, without these visionary tech founders, we wouldn't have incredible companies that also generated a lot of value for their employees, for investors, not just the people who are super rich, but just.
So if these billionaires didn't exist, people wouldn't be trading with each other. Is this guy actually mad? Like, bro, there could be 1,000 small businesses out there. Not all each not worth like $1 billion, and the global economy will still work, bro. We don't need billionaires at all. And I'm not saying this as some like huge freaking we should get rid of the upper elites or whatever. I'm just saying this is actual fact. We don't need billionaires. We really do not. And the point you made literally proves that we don't need billionaires. Because you just said, oh, jobs won't be created. Jobs will be created regardless if there's business. That's how jobs are created. Jobs are not created only because of billionaires. Only an idiot, or may I add, a what do we call these type of kids now? These trust fund kids will only think so because that's how they got rich off daddy's income.
Average people in their 401ks. They took a lot of risk, they created many jobs, and they should be rewarded for it, and they already pay a lot of the taxes.
No, they don't create a lot of jobs. Businesses create a lot of jobs. They were just a beneficiary of those businesses. Those big businesses that are destroying all these little businesses. That's how you create a big business, is by destroying all these bunch of small businesses so you can create a huge oligarchy. You didn't do anything.
Then they'll say the
You're not
government
working in every single one of those places that you supposedly built up. So get out of here, man.
is actually terribly inefficient with our tax dollars, and that there's a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse. And then they'll look at you as if they've solved everything and it was some gotcha. Everything that I just said is true, but remember, two
No,
things
everything you just said was completely wrong, and I just debunked you.
can be true at the same time. And the
No,
amount
what you just said was completely wrong. So you just having one idea will most likely make the next idea wrong too. So actually, no, you're just holding two contradicting ideas that still both don't make any
I don't
sense.
trillionaire. As of today, the world is in abuse. And then they'll look at you as if they've solved everything and it was some gotcha. Everything that I just said is true, but remember, two things can be true at the same time. And the amount of wealth inequality we currently have can be entirely unsustainable. I'm going to break it down really.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's unstable, shouldn't you remove that unsustainability? Why do you want to still keep the thing that's making it unstable? Wouldn't you try to try to separate the two, or try to remove that inequality so people don't try to eliminate it so people don't have it anymore? Why do you want to still keep it if it's still there?
Simply with a pie chart. Let's say that the total wealth is $10, $4 for the top
Keep in mind, in this next section, he just disproves more of his point. Just continue. Let him
1%,
talk.
$3 for everyone else, and $3 for the government. Now, because the total GDP is not static, new money gets printed, we are more productive. Let's say that the total wealth grows to $11.
So the middle class and everyone else, this is basically these small businesses, right? This is what the billionaires are doing now. They're taking over all the wealth from these guys. All the wealth from these guys, and getting subsidized by the government too, so they're losing all the money. So again, how does this benefit anybody? I'm so confused, Backstate.
A 10% increase. But, as we've seen in recent years, let's say that the top 1%'s wealth grows faster than the total pie is growing. and they now have $8 worth of wealth. It's not that hard to figure out that the extra wealth must have come from the other slices. And
No!
despite the
That's
total
what
pie
we were
growing, everyone
saying!
else and their governments are getting poorer exactly because their money is going to the top 1%. This is a trend that's been happening for decades, but
Oh,
now
this
is
Baxate bro made the most useless video of all time. I believe in capitalism. I'm in the top 1% of my earners of my age. Like, come on, bro. Capitalism without regulation is exploitation, correct? Homie believing in capitalism is what got us into this mess in the first place. Exactly, bro. Bro just contradicted himself. It's so badly, bro. Yo, dude, he started the way the reason he's getting flamed in the comments right now is he started saying, "Hey, I have two contradicting beliefs." Yeah, because you benefit from one belief, and you can realize that this other belief where you said like, yeah, the billionaires are stealing wealth from everybody else and it's completely unfair. That's the actual true belief. What you were saying before didn't even make sense. It's just to soothe your ego. That's it. So people can listen to you. Like, bro, you're the closest thing as a grifter can be, bro. Without even selling a course, you're the closest thing. So yeah, this is a great video from Backstage, holding two contradictory beliefs that he literally disproved in the second half of the video. Congratulations, Backstage. You're officially an